As everybody knows at this point, Donald Trump filed a lawsuit against the Wall Street Journal, News Corp, and of course, News Corp and Fox News owner Rupert Murdoch on Friday evening, roughly 24 hours after the Wall Street Journal posted their story about how Trump sent a lovely birthday message to Jeffrey Epstein back in 2003, and he drew him an obscene picture, which Trump and his family have come out and said, this guy never doodles. And then, of course, all the information came out about how Donald Trump even mentioned once that he donates 1 to 2 doodles per year for auctions, for charities. And there's many, many other instances of Donald Trump doing doodles. So that defense fell apart absolutely immediately. But that doesn't matter because Donald Trump still filed a $10 billion lawsuit against the Wall Street Journal, Rupert Murdoch, and News Corp, which might end up ruining his life. And there's several reasons for this. First and foremost, the lawsuit itself was filled with errors, like spelling errors, grammatical errors, not to mention the fact that one of their legal arguments was that, and this is written in the brief, they claimed the Wall Street Journal said this was an exclusive, but then they shared it with everybody. Because the dumbass lawyers Trump hired don't know what exclusive means. It doesn't mean that the Wall Street Journal wasn't going to share it like, oh, this is just exclusive for the people that work here. It meant the Wall Street Journal was the only one who had this material. It was exclusive to the outlet, and they published it. Like, you can't be like, they said it was exclusive, but then they shared it with everybody by printing the story. Like, yeah, but that's not what exclusive means. So right off the bat, the legal arguments don't even make any sense, and it hinges upon Trump's lawyers not understanding what words mean. But secondly, they filed it in the Southern District of Florida, hoping to get Judge Eileen Cannon. Now, there's multiple problems with that. First and foremost, News Corp, Rupert Murdoch, Wall Street Journal, and even Donald Trump plaintiff, none of them live there. None of them are based out of there. So you can't just pick a random district in the country to file a lawsuit because you're hoping to get a judge that's friendly to you. Trump does not live at Mar-a-Lago right now, folks. His legal address is 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington, D.C. So you either file the lawsuit in Washington, D.C., or you file it in New York, where News Corp and the Wall Street Journal are based. You do not get to travel to the other end of the country, down to South Florida, and file it there. And even if you were allowed to do that, you're not allowed to do it because in the state of Florida, you're required to give a party 5 days notice before you can legally file a defamation, slander, libel lawsuit against them. And yes, there have been multiple defamation lawsuits in Florida that have been immediately dismissed due to the fact, including up to, I think, like less than 12 months ago, a big high-profile one, was dismissed because they were not given the 5 days notice, so immediately you fail and it's over. Trump didn't do that because obviously he filed the lawsuit less than 24 hours after the story came out, so he's already failed. So you've now failed on multiple fronts just with the filing of this $10 billion lawsuit. You have no legal arguments, you filed it in the wrong jurisdiction, and you filed it in a jurisdiction where you can't even file it because you didn't give the person 5 days. But that's all beside the point. Let's assume for a second that the judges say, you know what? No, it's fine. He can do all this. He's Trump. We'll let him do whatever the hell he wants because he's always gotten whatever the hell he wants. Okay. So then the lawsuit proceeds. How's discovery going to go? Right? Like when the Wall Street Journal's lawyers are able to say, okay, give us all the documents on Epstein, bud. What's going to happen then, Donnie? You can't withhold them. You have to give them. If you do not turn them over, the lawsuit will get dismissed. Because if the defendant does not have the tools necessary to be able to prove their case, even though the burden of proof is not on them, it is on you, the case cannot go forward. So you're going to have to release all those Epstein files, and you're going to have to give up personal files related to Jeffrey Epstein as well, and that is going to destroy your life. So if it does end up even going forward, it's not going to get past discovery because Donald Trump's not going to risk that. because then when these the Wall Street Journal folks, Rupert Murdoch, move it into, exhibits, then it can become public. Then you're screwed. There's also a fifth factor that's hilarious. By filing this lawsuit, do you know what Fox News can't do anymore? Talk about it. Do you know what that means for Donald Trump? He just lost his biggest microphone. He just lost his biggest supporters who now can no longer talk about the Epstein issue to defend Donald Trump. They can't do it now. They might let one slip, but I guarantee you overall, they're not going to risk it, right? Trump's very litigious. He sued everybody else and all these other media outlets have bowed down to him, but we're in the middle of obviously active litigation at this point. We can't talk about the Epstein stuff as it relates to Donald Trump, and therefore we can't defend him to the largest cable news audience in the country. Huh. Oops. You didn't think of that, did you, Donnie? No, you didn't. But hey, you get to have your fun, and Rupert Murdoch can have even more fun with you. Today's video sponsor is Hypnosio. Hypnosio is a revolutionary self-hypnotherapy app designed to transform your weight loss journey by addressing the root causes of weight management challenges. Unlike traditional weight loss methods that focus solely on diet and exercise, Hypnosio harnesses the power of your subconscious mind to create lasting behavioral changes. Through guided hypnotherapy sessions, the app helps you identify and release underlying patterns that may be holding you back, while building a healthier relationship with food and your body. Whether you're struggling with emotional eating, poor eating habits, or maintaining long-term weight loss success, Hypnosio provides a science-backed approach to sustainable weight management. Hypnosio works by rewiring automatic food responses. It helps break emotional eating habits. It reduces stress and cortisol levels, which creates a biologically favorable weight loss environment. And it teaches mindful eating, helps users recognize true hunger signals. And it builds emotional resilience, helps you overcome food anxiety and social eating struggles. And it supports long-term success. 94% of users maintain weight loss better than control groups. If you're like me, and you have struggled to lose weight in the past, even when you're exercising, the affordable monthly plans from Hypnosio might be just the thing. Whether you're a busy professional who doesn't have time for the gym or meal planning, maybe you're a busy new parent who wants to lose some weight, or even if you're just looking to get control of your eating habits for a healthier life like me, Hypnosio can help. Participants using hypnotherapy lost 2 times more weight than those using traditional methods alone. And the sustained weight loss actually maintained for 18 months and more after stopping the hypnotherapy. Hypnosis-based programs reduced BMI and emotional eating significantly compared to standard diets. So what are you waiting for? Use my link in the description box and the pinned comment and grab 15% off your first subscription.